Hello everyone, welcome to A.B.CodeWay YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about two function paste and paste0 to bind elements of a vector into a single string. Paste function binds a string using a space as a default separator, and the paste0 function binds strings using no space as the default separator. The syntax for this function is that, for example, we have a paste. X means the vector having values, and the sep means argument that controls what is placed between each set of values that are combined. And we have a collapse in paste function and also for paste0 function. Argument can be used to specify a value to use, and when using those individual values to create a single string. So here I want to show some simple example about paste. For example, here I have a variable with the name of inside this variable with the name of name inside this A.B.CodeWay, and I will run yes, and we have a name, and then I use the paste. I want to combine this string with this variable. So what happened? Yes, my name is A.B.CodeWay. So also you can write, for example, the number here. For example, name, and we have an age as a variable, and the paste, yes, CodeWay to 2023. And also, for example, we have A and B. It's a number, okay? A and B. And I want to combine both of them, so we need to use paste, okay? So, and you can see, for example, it's right here, I see, for example, 10 and 20. I want to check the class. Yes, it's a character because we have a string, a single string. And also you can, for example, use as a character because it's a number, but I use when we as a character. So here, for example, A, B, and the C is here is a string, and the class, like the before example, is a character. Also, you can use a sep. Okay, did you remember about the syntax? We have a sep. What is the sep? I want to run this example. When we have a sep, you can understand this is we have a underscore between our elements. Hello _1 _2 _3. But when we don't put this argument, what's happened? Yes, we have a white space inside our string. Now I want to show another separator. For example, here you see we have a two example here. Yes. You can see this here. For example, here I have a underscore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between this element, we have an underscore. And also you can put another value, symbol or value. For example, it's and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. This is we put the separator with and. So I want to put the collapse argument. When you pass a paste argument to a vector, the separator parameter will not work. So here the collapse comes to used in the vector. So it represents a symbol or value that separate element in the vector. For example, I want to show in the example here. Okay, so we have a separator with the underscore. You can see it doesn't work because it's a vector, okay? It's a vector. But in this situation, we need to use collapse argument. When I use this with this argument, you can see we have an underscore between our elements. Or also here, a space for paste, and we have some character here. So Dennis, Sam, John, Kevin, and between here, I want to collapse and. So we have a bit upper and the lower is value. We have a white space. Then is white space and white space Sam. So in this situation, when we have a vector, we need to use collapse argument instead of separator. In this example, I want to use both separator and collapse argument. Separator will deal with the values that are to be placed in between the set of elements, and the collapse argument will make use of a specific value to bind the element into a single string. So for example, I will run this example. What's happen? Okay. We have this vector A and B, and also one, we have a sequence from 1 to 10, and we use this operator. For example, A1, and between these two elements, we have an underscore. Okay, so, and between these two elements, we have an and with this number, with this value. And also, for example, I will check again with the different example. John equal 1 and Amy equal 2. For example, x1, y2, and x3, y4, and something like that. Here is another, and the last example here, we have here K1 and D2. So in this example, I want to show what happen if we use collapse and separator in our example, in our code. We have a paste0. In paste0 acts just like paste function, but with the default separator. So for example, I run this example, and we don't need to write sep here. Then we have a paste0, and we have a separator, it's the default. And here I want to show what happens if we have a collapse in our paste0 function. When we have a collapse, for example, underscore, we have a between this here, we have an underscore, for example, A.B.CodeWay 1 underscore A.B.CodeWay 2 underscore. And also you can put another symbol more than, for example, here is operator. And now I want to show example. This example is a data frame. For example, I want to run this example. We have a data frame with 3 columns and 4 rows, and the breed and the code and EBV is something like that for the trait. Now we want to use the paste function to bind the breed column with the code columns with the separator dash. What happened? Yes, and you can see we have a new columns with the breed code, and we combine this the first and the second column with the dash. And if we run this example, yes, and if we remove this step, we can see we don't have anything between two columns when we combine. And the last example, I want to show what is the difference between paste and paste0. Here, for example, I have a paste one, okay, paste with the separate argument and without separate argument. Then we have a separate, for example, inside the separate, I didn't put any value, any symbol. And you can see this is this space for here, okay? This is this is for the first element. One, you can see we don't have these two space related to inside the values. This time is elements out of. But if I remove this argument, you can see we have a space. It's really amazing because you can see this here, we have a space, the default space. But a space 0, like the previous example, yes. A space 0, as I said, there is no space as a default separator. You can see when we have this separator or not, and we don't have a space between our elements. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye for now.